that is my month, actually. So welcome to my month. Welcome to, David as well. What is your own, David?
3, March 3.
Next tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday in advance, David. Yeah, mine is still far. Towards the end of the month, 28th. So it's good to be here again. Happy new month to everyone. Of course, Ramadan Mubarak, Ramadan Kareem to all of you listening. This is how I welcome you to another beautiful month's edition, another beautiful days, another beautiful weekend's edition of Sports on Melody 100.7 FM. We call it Complete Sports on a Saturday, and from now to 5 p.m. we're going to be together rocking your stereo. Of course, they're talking sports from here, from there, from everywhere. My name is Pretty Adegoke. You call me the finest, and it's good to be here again this beautiful, beautiful day. Of course, you know how we do it. We look through so many happenings in the ever-exciting world of sports. We're from the not too common to the common, and of course, to the stories making headlines. Now, it is FA Cup weekend in England. So good looking at all the actions. The big one seems to be, is it big at all? It's not big. Manchester City and Plymouth Argyle. That's not a big game now. How can that be a big game? It's not a big game. I think all the Saturday actions are not really good big games that we look forward to. But we'll definitely talk about them. From Spain to Germany as well. Of course, to France and Italy. We'll talk about these and more right here. David, it's good to have you. Good afternoon, David. Welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to our listeners, and happy New Month to our listeners as well, and happy Ramadan to all Muslim listeners as well. Yes, it feels good to be here again to talk sports, to celebrate all the latest and the biggest news in the world of sports. Yes, it's the weekend. Packed with a lot of action. Started yesterday in the FA Cup. Aston Villa defeating Cardiff City 2 goals to 0. Yes, Marcus Rashford, the new Marcus Rashford. 3 assists in the last 2 games.
The new Marcus
Rashford as well. 3 assists.
Manchester wanted to kill his career.
Yes, I don't think Manchester United wanted to kill him there. I think he also was not serious right there as Manchester United. So,
but this is, are you not seeing what he's doing now?
I think right now, maybe let's see his level right now at Aston Villa. For Marco and Asensio as well, 4 goals in the last 2 matches. Yeah, so good for Aston Villa. I mean, the additions they made in the January transfer window they are getting rewards presently from there. In Germany, surprise, Bayern Munich won yesterday. I didn't see that coming, but I mean, they surprised me.
I was watching that game. I said, see David.
They surprised me, and then they won 3 goals to 1. In France, Monaco also doing what they know how to do best. They're winning 3 goals. So a lot to dissect and analyze this wonderful afternoon. Thanks for having
me. All right, let's begin to roll out little by little now. Of course, let's begin from this man. Yes, one of the guys who was actually whose I would not say destiny now, but his not nationality, but playing country. Okay, the country is playing for had to change. That has to change. Had to be Calvin Bassey. Now, Bassey is telling us something that this beautiful day, expressing and disclosing why he had to play for Nigeria. No, he revealed the reason he opted to play for Nigeria instead of the opportunities he had to play for England, and of course, at the international level. The Fulham defender who was born in Italy to Nigerian parents and moved to England as a child. So it means he was qualified at the time to play for Italy, to play for England, but he chose to play for Nigeria. And when asked why he decided to play for Nigeria, well, he said he has so much love for Nigeria. He said he made up his mind on playing for the 3-time African champions after watching the team in action against Leo Messi's Argentina at the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia. That was his motivation. I mean, what a way to be motivated.
Yes, you can say that again. What a way to be motivated. But I think for these players, it's all about not being called up to their first nationality for me, because I feel if Italy had called him, or even England had called him up to the national team, I feel we would have obey their call up and them represent these respective countries. We've seen the likes of Alex Iwobi when they represented the youth team when it comes to England, but when they were getting call-ups for the national team of England, the Three Lions, they had to settle down for Nigeria. So I think it's not only about Nigerian players, it's all about African countries. You see players settling in if other countries, big countries, are not calling them into their national team. So I think for Calvin Bassey, yes, It's been doing so well since its inception into the Super Eagles of Nigeria. It's not really been bad. Yes, it's been to AFCON before. Yes, it was had the last AFCON. Then it was part of those guys that performed well with the three-man defense that had Milentrostek, Kong, Semi Ajayi, and then Kafi Basa as well. So I think it's growing gradually when it comes to the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and I love what I'm seeing. His performance right there as form day by day is improving as well. So I think we hope that he will continue to improve his performance and then put that into the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Okay, let's talk about this matter now because this matter has seen a whole lot of people react in so many ways. Some are saying it's going to be bringing confusion, but the coach is saying something now. I'm talking about the Flying Eagles coach. His name is Ali Zuberu, who says the inclusion of foreign-based players will actually help him build a formidable squad for the 2025 African Under-20 Cup of Nations, because the West Africans will look to win a record 8th title when the tournament kicks off in Cote d'Ivoire on April 26. And before now, the home-based guys have done a whole lot of good jobs and qualifying for the tournament. And after qualification, they decided to start shopping for players from the foreign lands. And many Nigerians have said, look, this will be counterproductive. Now the coach is explaining to us that no, rather it will be a move that will make his team to be formidable. I mean, how do you view it? Do you also view it in the perspective of many Nigerians saying it could be counterproductive, or from the view of the coach?
It could be counterproductive because I also have a problem with it because the home-based players were the one that prosecuted the WAFU-based zonal competition, and then they qualified to the AFCON proper. And I feel there's no reason, there's no need for us inviting foreign players to execute the African Cup of Nations. I feel the home-based players are good enough. You know, when it comes to Nigeria, we have a lot of talents, footballing-wise, a lot of guys right there in Nigeria that are very good, but don't have the opportunity of showcasing their talent. I see no difference between guys playing in Nigeria and guys playing overseas. It's not as if they are playing in a big club right there in Europe. I think they are the same of the same. But one thing I would just advise the coaches, we should select the best of the best, because going to this AFCON, it serves as a qualification to the World Cup, and we can't afford to miss out in the under-20 World Cup when it comes to the Flying Eagles of Nigeria. So I think it just needs to select the best when it comes to these players. Yes, if the foreign players are not good enough to be in the setup, yes, no problem. I mean, select the home-based players, and if you find one out of them that are very good, that can improve the squad, that you can add his quality to the squad, and can push Nigeria forward in the under-20 African Cup of Nations, then no problem. So I just feel I'll just advise him, no partiality. You have to select those guys that are good so that we can use it to execute the African Cup of Nations.
Okay, let's see how that pans out, because we just hope that this one will not be counterproductive. Of course, David is also joining in on the majority of Nigerians who believe that this could be counterproductive at the end of the day. All right, let's move to the NNL now. Let's talk about NNL, talking about the lower division in Nigeria Football League, and talk about what's happening there, where some games will be going down this weekend, and Gateway will be taking on ABS, and the coach of Gateway United, talking about Festus Allen, says he has so much confidence in his side's ability to secure victory in the clash against Abubakar Bukola Saraki FC, and Abeokuta-based club will square up with ABS FC in Ilorin just a few moments from now. The match is about starting, and Allen stated that the players are prepared adequately for the game. And of course, still talking about the NNL, that's not the only game that is going down tonight. Today we also have Osun United. Also, we'll be looking to for maximum point against Solution FC, and their coach, talking about Ebenezer Odeyemi, says he's also confident his team can maintain their impressive home record in the Nigerian National League NNL. The Gladiators are unbeaten at home in the NNL. They've not been beaten in the NNL this season. United will battle with Solution FC in their final match of their first stanza in the Lanre Sports Complex, Ile-Ogbo. The match is also preparing to start any moment from now. All right, let's Okay, before I take you to all the full actions in the NNL, you've been following the NNL, right?
Yes,
I mean,
I've been following the NNL.
so what would you say has improved in the NNL this season?
Yes, I think quality-wise, the teams have improved. Yes, we've seen a lot of teams doing so well in the NNL. When you look at the Group A category, you have Warri Wolves leading the pack, and you have Crown FC, our own Crown FC in Oyo State, also doing so well. Their last 5 matches, they've not lost, although they had 3 draws, but they are still looking good for qualification in that particular group. We have Warri Wolves. This is a team that at some point in time they were in the MPL4, but I mean, they found it's an MPL team, but it's been long since they've been in the NNL, and they are looking forward to gain promotion into the MPFL this season. In Group B, Oshin United, yeah, just like you rightly said, they are playing against Solution FC. They are second on the log, while Solution FC are third, 19 points and 17 points respectively. So, and if you look at our form guide, for Oshin United, they've won 4 in their last 5 matches, and for Solution FC, they've won 3, drawn 1, and lost 1 in their life. And so it has to show you that this team, both teams are getting decent results against each other, and this game promises to be an interesting encounter between both sides. It promises to we will see goals. Oshin United, it's been long since Oshin United has been in the NNL. We've not seen them.
They've been like forever.
They've been like a powerhouse when we can say that in quotes when it comes to the NNL, and maybe they can get to secure promotion into the MPLFL in proper for Group C. You have Wiki Tourists. Yes, these are another team that are known to participate in the MPLFL. It's been a while since they've been in the NNL. Mighty Jet as well. Yes, these are teams, regular teams in the NNL, because I mean they've not gained promotion to the MPLFL. They've been participating for a very long time in the NNL. They are also doing well. I mean, second on the log. Wiki Tourists first on the log, 13 points, and in Group D as well, that's where you have Duma United that got relegated last season, that was doing so well in the MPFL in the first stanza of the season, and all of a sudden they capitulated and then they got relegated in the second stanza of the season. Right now they are second in Group D with 10 points, and behind UB Desert Stars with that on 11 points. And if you look at Duma United in their last 5 matches, they've won 2, drawn 3. Yes, no loss, no defeat, but I mean you look at the number of draws they had, not so good enough for them. I mean, teams that are seeking to gain promotion into the NBA. So all in all, we've seen teams for the likes of Beyond Limits is not really looking good for them. That's the feeders team for Bremo Stars, yes, but I mean we still have the second stars of the season to go. Maybe they can improve on that. For Inter Lagos, yes, they just won the Lagos State Federation Cup. So, and they are fourth on the log when it comes to Group A. They are in the same standings with Crown FC of Obdomosho right there. And so the Kada FC as well. This is a side as well that played once. They've once played in the MPFL, right now struggling in the NNL standing. So we have a lot of teams that are doing well and a lot of teams that are struggling to get results. As well, Sporting Lagos in Group B, not so good for them. Fourth on the log, 2 wins in the last 5 matches right there for Sporting Lagos as well. So we have a lot of teams in the NNL, and when it comes to NNL, it's a fight to finish. When you relegate to the NNL, it's always very difficult to gain promotion to the MPFL. So the first stanza of the season will soon wrap up, and then we will see what will unfold when it comes to the second stars of the season.
Exactly. In fact, these are the last round of matches to be played in the first stanzas. Let me give you the matches today. We mentioned some of them already, but let's give you the full roundup of matches for the first stanza. ABSFC will be taking on Gateway to United, as we said earlier, and Crown FC, our own Crown FC, will be hosting Beyond Limits FC, and Gospel Akpabio taking on First Bank, as well as Oshu and Solution, as we said earlier. These are the games, and Rovers FC and Sporting Lagos are also going to be playing today. Now tomorrow, Abia Comments will take on Smart City, Igbajo FC take on Edel United, and you also have Madiba and Kun Khalifa and Inter Lagos taking on Warri Wolves. Of course, these are the games you expect in the NNL. Now, David already gave you some of the standings in the analysis earlier, but let's just look through the standings now in the NNL. Of course, they are in a different group So let's just look through the standings for
Group
you.
A, we have Warri Wolves in
still
Group A,
leading
still
the
leading the pack with 19 points. Second position has to be Crown FC with 18 points.
Exactly.
Third position has to be Smart City rather with 17 points. Fourth position Inter Lagos 15. Fifth position Beyond Limits, that's the final team of Remo Star with 15 points as well. Sixth position Dakada FC with 14 points. Seventh Abia Comet with 14 points. Number 8th position Ijele FC with 14 points. Number 9 Edel FC with 4 points. Number 10 Igbaje FC with 4 points. And number 11 has to be 1472 FC
then
with 4 points.
In Group B, you have Con Khalifa, because they are on 22 points. 22 points from 9 games. And
That has to be the highest points.
Yeah, the highest points so far in the league, I'm telling you. And if you look at their records, they've won, they've recorded 4 wins in their last game, recorded 4 wins and just 1 loss. I mean, it means we should expect Con Khalifa very soon.
No, it's always different when it comes to the regular season.
And when you now get to the playoff,
it's another game entirely.
And sometimes they even qualify and they sell it off. Osun is following them with 19 points, and Solution FC 17 points, Sporting Lagos 14 points, and Rovers FC 14 points. Now, are you surprised what Sporting Lagos is doing then? And because a team that got relegated from the NPFL, people would have thought that they would be dictating the pace.
Yes, you expect more from them. Sporting Lagos, yes, not really looking good for them. Yes, it's been difficult. That's what we see, that always try, and then it's another different game entirely, another different competition.
Struggled when they were there.
The Shooting Stars were there.
Almighty Shooting Stars.
Yes, almost for 3 seasons. They qualified to the playoff, got knocked out again, play again, and all that. So for Sporting Lagos, they are not having it easy when it comes to the NLL, and they got to the semi-finals of the Lagos State Federation Cup. I think that has to be the best results they've gotten in the last few weeks. And you look at them, the last 5 matches, just 2 wins, and it's not looking good for a team that is seeking promotion into the NPFL title. So, but we still have a lot of games to go. They can still catch up. They can still improve on their performances if they are serious about gaining promotion into the NPFL.
Another team that, although they are topping the table in Group C, is Wiki Tourist as well, former NPFL. In fact, I think they won a Federation Cup in the past as well. 13 points they have from the 6 games, and they are leading the pass right now, followed by Mighty Jets, Gombe, Sokoto, Barao FC, and Jigawa. Now, looking at Wiki Tourist, also they've been there. Coming back has been a problem.
Yes, that's why we are scared.
So it's better you don't ever pray to go down.
Don't pray,
because once you go down, coming up is the problem.
It's the problem. Yes, Wiki Tourist. So sad. What is actually happening? I think they are from Bauchi State.
Yeah, Tourist of Bauchi. Yes.
Bauchi State. So sad.
That's
what is actually playing out?
Yes,
right now in the NNO. Yes, it's looking good. They are top. But they don't have to relax, because you look at their table, Mighty just with 11 points, and you have a couple of teams, 2 teams to be precise, with 9 points, Gombe United and Sokoto United as well. So it's a fight between this sides that want to gain promotion. But you feel with the experience of Wiki Tourist, at least they should be able to qualify as one of the best teams from this group to get to the playoffs. Then after playoffs, then they can now see if they can gain promotion into the NPFL.
Okay, the last group, which is Group D, another team there that have been finding it difficult to also climb back to where they are supposed to belong is Yobe Desert Stars. Yobe Desert Stars, they are topping the group there, 11 points from 6 games, followed by Doma. Yes, that's another team. Doma United came like they were to surprise all of us.
They were in the top 3 in the first stanza of the season.
And before you could say Jack, they went down.
A couple of draws and then lost, they went down as well. So.
Wow. Bashira FC is also in that Group D, in 3rd position. And of course, wow. But this Doma United, I don't know. The way they came that time, everybody, all eyes on them, but now they're just there.
It's a learning course for them. When they get to promote, it's a private owned team, and it's a learning course. When Remo Stars came, then they got relegated. Came back again, they got relegated, and then ever since then, when they gain promotion back, they've been steady when it comes to the NPFL title. So for Doma United, there's still room for improvements for them. If they gain promotion to the NPFL this time around again, they will learn from the mistakes they made in the past. And the NPFL, you just have to. That's why you see some teams, household names, teams not getting relegated. As soon as possible in the NPFL, because you look at the likes of Enyimba. When last have you seen Enyimba relegating in the NPF for Shooting Stars, Rivers United, because they know how to manipulate themselves into staying in the NPFL title. So I think for Doma United is a learning course for them, and then when they get to promote, if they get to promote into the NPFL this season, then they can stand to improve, because they can look at Remo Stars as a case study. When Remo Stars still were promoting into the NPFL, they got relegated the following season, and again they went back, got relegated again, and then look at where they are now, on course to win their first NPFL title in history. So I think for them, Doma United, I love private owned teams doing so well in the NPFL. It will serve as a motivation for others as well. So it's good for us, it's good for our league. So we just hope they will get their mojo back and then start doing well.
Okay, start doing well. That's it for the NNL. Let's go to the bigger one. Talking about the MPFL. Of course, MPFL actions will also be going down at different centers. But we will not play until Monday. That's talking about Shooting Stars. They won't play until Monday. Now we've dropped to the third position, right?
Yeah, expectedly.
Yeah.
I mean, when you don't win in the last 4 games, when you don't win in the last 4 games,
Rivers United are giving us problems.
Yes,
now.
when you don't win in the last 4 games, you expect to drop when it comes to the standings. And
I'm telling
Rivers
you.
United, though they are on the
Just
same number of points.
Just +6, +5.
Yeah, +6, +5, and the Shooting Stars have the chance to extend their lead to 3 points. They have home advantage against Rivers United, and then Rivers United they have a lot of issues. They have to play on Friday and then start coming down to Ibadan, fatigue and all of that. So I just hope
the advantage is there.
It's just about taking advantage.
Yeah, take advantage of it, because they played yesterday, and they will be in Ibadan maybe today, tomorrow.
Yes, if you can take advantage of that. Imba was not able to take the advantage of Shooting Stars when their balls broke down.
Exactly.
So it's all about taking the advantage and all that. So I think for Rivers United, of late they've gotten themselves back. And when the second start of the season started, they were struggling to get wins, playing draws at home, losing away from home. But Finidi George has found a way to steady the ship right there at Rivers United, and they are looking good presently. And they'll be looking at this fixture and see if you can get a decent result right there in Ibadan. A draw will be very good for Rivers United, but a draw won't be very good for us right there in Shooting Stars, because you look at the table, teams are closer to Shooting Stars and even Rivers United, even Kano Pillars, even Ikorodu City that are 7th and 8th respectively. Even they are on 39 points, 38 points. So you can't afford to drop points at home, especially at home, because it's going to be very difficult to go away from home and get 3 maximum points. So I think for Shooting Stars on Monday, they know what to do if they want to increase their chance of qualifying for the continent, get the 3 maximum points against Rivers United, and then look at the next fixtures. If you can get a decent result away from home, then you can improve on that.
Okay, now talking about the game, so it means former Super Eagles manager will be in Ibadan on Monday, so go check him out. Talking about Finidi George, and he has described his 1-0 win over Katsina United as a very difficult one yesterday in the NPFL. And of course, Friday, Ubong scored the only goal in the encounter played at the Adokia Mesimaka Stadium. Finidi expressed satisfaction with the maximum point secured by his side, and said the next mission now is coming to Ibadan to see what they will be able to do against Oluyole Warriors. And today, Sunshine Stars and Kwara United are going to be battling out in the next, that will be the next 23 minutes or thereabout. The match will be starting. Sunshine Stars, Kwara United. That's the team that is struggling, and they'll be giving 3 matches ultimatum, and it starts today.
It starts today.
Can they escape that?
I think so, yes, because knowing fully well that they need to start getting wins right now. For Sunshine Stars, just 1 win in their last 5 matches, and for Kwara United as well, 2 wins in their last 5 matches as well. They drew against, I've forgotten the team they drew against midweek. They drew at home against Abia Warriors. Yes. So they will be looking at this fixture and say, we just need to go away from home and get at least a point away from home against Sunshine Stars, knowing fully well that Sunshine Stars are not doing so well as well. So you look at all this for Sunshine Stars. For their manager Bala Abubakar, it's been given 3-match ultimatum, and for Sunshine Stars, they are 18th on the log, and right now it's not looking good for them. But they know that if they can start to get the needed results, it will be very good for them, because Kwara United are on 11th position with 36 points, and you look at Sunshine Stars down in 18th position with 28 points. Now Bayelsa United, Nasarawa United, Plateau United, You look at these teams, especially for National United, they are going away from home to play, and Sunshine Stars will be looking at this. Okay, if we can get a decent result, then we can go above National United and then move out of the relegation soon. I think for Sunshine Stars they will get a win. Surprisingly, I see them getting a win today.
You think so?
I think so. They'll get a win then.
Wow.
I'm not sure about their next game, but against Kora United, I think they will get a win right there at the Kenyan Township Stadium.
Now, one of the things that I think have been really been a major setback for Sunshine Stars is playing away from home, because it's like you're playing all your matches, all the 38 games you're playing away
from home.
Why wouldn't the guys giving them the ultimatum look at this one in the first place, that look, these guys are not comfortable where they are playing. They are playing away from home. Why giving them ultimatum instead of looking at what is the cause of their non-performance?
Yes. Like as you just rightly said, is another factor. Yes, for Sunshine Stars, and another factor which I feel is also affecting them has to be the management. I don't think the management are in good terms with themselves, and it's going to affect. When the management are not functioning well, it's going to affect the team as well. Just like I said yesterday, it's not about Sunshine Stars as well. What about the women's team as well? They got relegated last season. Sunshine Ladies as well. So everything is wrong when it comes to Ondo football team. When it comes to Sunshine Stars,
maybe
and the
governor here that you doesn't log sport. Maybe.
Yes, maybe just speculating as well. So I feel for Sunshine Stars, yes, you can actually attribute that to the factor that they are not playing away. They are playing away from home. They are not playing at their home ground. The fan support and all that. It's always give you the confidence when you are playing at home. We've seen the likes of Remo Stars, Shooting Stars, even Kano. It's not always easy to go to Kano and get 3 maximum points. Even right there in Ibadan, when you come to the Adamasiba Stadium, the best results you can get at the Adamasiba Stadium is a draw. Yes. Apart from that loss since last season,
makes his home.
Yes, a fortress. So apart from that loss last season where she started to lose against Enyimba, so ever since then they've been getting maximum results at their home ground. Even Remo Stars as well. You can't go to Remo Stars home ground and feel you can get a win right there in Ikene. So I think for Sunshine Stars, yes, that number one factor has to be playing away from, and the number two has to be their management. I don't think they're putting their house in order, and it's one of the major reasons why Sunshine Stars are struggling presently. But I feel there's still like 11 more games to go. If they can, the likes of National United as well. At some point in time, it was looking as if they are not going to get it right. But right now, after they sacked their manager, that's Kabiru Dogo, they appointed Salisu Yusuf, and their last 2 games, they got a point away from home, and they defeated Almighty Remo Stars at home. So I think for the Sunshine Stars, they can look at themselves and feel we can also emulate that, and we can also improve on our performance and try to avoid relegation at the end of the season.
Okay, other games will be coming. In fact, majority of the games will be played tomorrow in the MPFL. Just 1 match today. Then all other 7 games will be played tomorrow. 6 games, that is. Abia Warriors will be playing Nasarawa United. That will be the first game tomorrow. And because Bayelsa United will also be playing Bendel Insurance. Kano Pillars taking on Enugu Rangers, and Niger Tornadoes taking on Enyimba. Ikorodu City flying high. Ikorodu City hosting Heartland Owerri. Remo Stars and Plateau United. Let's begin from there. Remo Stars, former champions, Plateau United in Remo Ikene to play Remo Stars. Remo Stars, they are not ready to drop anything for anybody now, and they are ready to give it all out. I mean, can Plateau United pose a threat?
I don't think so. I don't think Plateau United can do anything right there in Remo against Remo Stars. And you look at Remo Stars, they are top with 51 points, and you look at where Plateau United are presently, they are 15th on the log with 31, but that's 20-point difference. That's to show you the level at which both teams are presently. And for Remo Stars, they know they are closer to glory right now. To win their first MPFL title, they just need to start winning their own matches. I mean, own matches, because you feel it's going to be very difficult for other teams to go away from home and get to the maximum points. So I think for Remo Stars, they know what to do. Start getting 3 points at home, and then be home and dry when it comes to the MPFL this season. So I think for Plateau United, I don't see them putting up a surprise right there at Ikene. I'll be going for a Remo Stars win, a convincing win against Plateau United tomorrow.
So you think a complete complete routing of Plateau United? Okay. Ikorodu City taking on Heartland Owerri. Heartland, somehow they are getting their mojo. Emmanuel Amelike seems to be doing some great jobs there, because before he came, they were just fumbling and wombling. But right now, it seems they are getting their mojo back, and I mean, in the last 5 games, they've done very, very well.
Yes, you can say that again, but I think their last game against
Yeah, they
what was
only
it called?
fought
They
on the
drew.
last. Yeah,
They drew at home. Yes, that was not good. They drew at home, and them going away from home now to play Economy. No, sorry.
No, they're playing Ikorodu City.
They are playing Ikorodu City. Ikorodu City side are doing so
Oga
well.
Boys.
Oga Boys, they are doing so well right now. You look at where they are. In the MPFL, they are 7th on the log with 38 points. And Ikorodu City as well, we're looking at them and see we can also push for the continent, because you look at the points difference, just 4 points adrift to the second position right there, Rivers United. So I think for Ikorodu City, Lagos has been a fortress for them as well. When they play at home, they've always find it easy to defeat opponents. They've defeated Kano Pillars 4-1. They've defeated a lot of teams right there, convincingly right there in Lagos. So I think it's not going to be different for Atlant. I don't see Atlant getting a good result right there in Lagos against Ikorodu City. So I'll be going for Ikorodu City. I'll be tipping them to win. It might be difficult, but I'll be going for Ikorodu City to get 3 maximum points against Atlant FC tomorrow.
Okay, let's talk about Niger Tornadoes and Enyimba. Man, Enyimba on a normal day in the past, we would have said straight off for Enyimba in this game, even though they are going away. But now, Enyimba, this season, they are not the Enyimba that we used to know. Troubles everywhere, on field, off the field, there's trouble for Enyimba. I mean, changing of coach hasn't even solved their problem. So
yes, changing of coach hasn't really solved their problem for Enyimba. And for Niger Tornadoes as well, they are 9th on the log with 37 points. And for Enyimba, it's been bad for Enyimba.
Far away from where they used to be.
Yes, it's been bad for Enyimba. Presently, struggling to get wins right there. 1 win in the last 5 matches, 3 losses, 1 draw. It's unlike Enyimba that we used to know. I mean, Enyimba at this stage of the season will be fighting for the continent, if not even the league. And they sacked their manager, and they appointed a veteran when it comes to MPFL, Stanley Nguma, but result hasn't becoming good for Enyimba presently. They drew at home against Shooting Stars, and I feel for Niger Tornadoes, yes, in their last 2 games, they won away from home. Yes, we just need to put that Niger Tornadoes won right there in Lobby against Lobby Stars, 2-0.
The same Lobby Stars that came and gave us problem here.
Yes, that gave us problem right there in Ibadan. So I think for Niger Tornadoes, they are going to get the win. I don't see Ibadan getting any results, any favorable results right there against Niger Tornadoes, because you look at Niger Tornadoes as well, their last 2 matches has been 2 wins for them. So I think they are going to consolidate on that and then increase their chance of not getting relegated this season, because they are not also guaranteed, although they are on 37 points, just 7 points adrift National United in 17th position. So you feel they would want to increase the points gap right there right there in the MPFL this season. So I think for Niger Tornadoes, they are going to get the needed result right there against Enyimba.
Okay, now ordinarily, if it were to be elsewhere in other climes, this would have been a star match of the day. But in Nigeria, do we even have star matches in the MPFL? Do we have star matches?
Enyimba against Rivers has to be
star matches. Do we talk about star matches?
Shooting Stars Remo.
Okay, maybe because that one is a derby.
Yeah.
But ordinarily, Kano Pillars and champions, Enugu Rangers, should have been talked about as a star match of this weekend.
Yes.
But in Nigeria, we don't get to hear which one is even star match, which one. I mean, we just go our thing anyhow. Anyway, Kano Pillars will be hosting Rangers International of Enugu, and Rangers they are flying high right now. I mean, chasing Shooting Stars and chasing Rivers United in the 5th position, right? And they are ready to chase till the last day and representing big time.
Yes, they are flying now presently. 3 wins in the last 5 matches and playing against the Kano Pillars side. You know, one thing that will make this game interesting and fierce between both sides is if Kano Pillars wins at home against Enugu Rangers, they will be 11 on points with Rangers. That will be exactly. So you look at this, even I think they will be above because they are on 39 points. And if they should win against Rangers United, they are likely to go to 4th position.
In fact, if they win, they will leapfrog Shooting Stars.
Yes. Because they have No, they can't. No,
okay, their
can't.
number of goals.
Their number of goals.
They have zero.
Yeah.
Shooting Stars have +5.
+5. So,
okay,
but I think they will go above Rangers United.
Yeah, they will go
so
above Rangers.
They'll be looking at this as well.
Warriors.
I think that's one of the major reasons. We were talking about Kano Pillars, and I was saying that the reason why they extended the suspension of their manager has to be because they've been getting decent results after the suspension of their manager, and I feel they don't want to disrupt that. So, and I feel coming up against a Enugu Rangers side, yes, Enugu Rangers are not that bad as well. They got an emphatic win against Sunshine Stars, a struggling Sunshine Stars, you can say, but you can't take anything away from Enugu Rangers as well. They have a very good manager, Fidelis Lechuku, coming up against the Kano Pillar side. But I think, when you go to Kano, it's always difficult for you to get the maximum points. So I think the best result Enugu Rangers can get in that particular encounter is actually going to be a draw. But I don't see them even getting a draw right there in Kano. So I'm tipping Kano to
Are you talking
Kano
as a
Pillars.
Shooting Stars fan, or you're just talking as
No, I'm not talking as a Shooting Stars fan. Even for me, I'm not 100%.
Because let me let the people listening to us know one thing. And if Enugu Rangers pick a draw, just a draw, they will be in second position.
Yeah, they'll be in.
They go to second because they have +10 goal difference against the Shooting Stars 5 and Rivers United 6. So they will go, just a draw for them in Kano, go straight to second position.
In fact, if Shooting fails to win, in fact, Shooting Stars can find themselves in 5th position because Abia Warriors are playing at home.
Because
we are not looking at Abia Warriors.
Yes, now
they are playing at home as well.
We are going to the game. We are going to that's the next game we are looking at.
So you look at all this and you feel Shooting Stars are condemned.
When we were saying it last week here that Shooting Stars need not drop any point now, especially at home. Because right now the guys chasing them are not sleeping. I mean, if they are playing till Monday, and between today and tomorrow, the tables could change.
It will definitely change. Even if Rangers should lose, it will definitely change. Even if Abia Warriors, because
Abia Warriors are playing Nasarawa United at home, so and there's every likelihood they will
defeat. Although Nasarawa United they've gotten a setback, but I don't see them putting up a surprise.
Change of coach, right?
Yes, because you look at what Abia Warriors are doing. That's my team of the season, Abia Warriors. What Imama Kwakabu is doing right there at Abia Warriors is fantastic, and look at it. That's my team of the season, actually. I just hope they continue with this particular performance.
So the only team that is safe right now is Remo Stars. This is why we say you should keep your game tight and do your work. Remo Stars, the only team not threatened at all.
Is Remo Stars.
Because if you check from 2nd to 6th
even 7th
position, even 7th in Ikorodu City, things will change. In fact, to 8th, Bendel Insurance.
Yes, they're on 38th point as well.
Let's take it to that level.
And Bendel Insurance are playing at home. I think they are playing at home.
Away from home. They are playing away from home.
Against Bayelsa United.
Yes. They are playing against Bayelsa United. So that's the situation. I mean, right, the way it is, the league. The league is becoming.
I think this has
tough.
to be the most competitive league in the world.
I'm telling you, well, it is.
MPFL.
Yeah, it is. That's how we see it. Okay, for the in case you're wondering what are they even saying, let me give you the log now. The table, the way it stands. Remo Stars are 51 points from 26 games. Now listen, Rivers United are 42 points second with 26 games. Now they have +6 goals different. Shooting Stars, they are on. They are on 3rd position now because courtesy of the win last night by Rivers United. That's why Shooting Stars are now dropped to the 3rd position. Now Shooting Stars and Rivers United have the same number of points, 42 points, but Shooting Stars have +5 and Rivers United have +6 goal different. And now Enugu Rangers is coming behind them. Enugu Rangers have 41 points and +10 goals different. You see what we were saying earlier? Massive +10. So if Enugu Rangers just pick a slim draw, any draw of any type tonight in Kano, or tomorrow in Kano, they'll be going straight to 2nd position behind Remo Stars. Abia Warriors comes next, 40 points, and they have a +1 goal different. So if Abia Warriors go ahead to win in Umuahia tomorrow against Nasarawa United, definitely they'll be having 43 points, meaning there's possibility for them to even be on 2nd position as well.
Yes, there's a possibility Shooting Stars before they play their game will be in
4th or 5th. Exactly. The way that's the way it's, the way it is. There's possibility Shooting Stars might find themselves in 5th position before they play their game.
Yes.
On Monday.
Yes, and that's another pressure on them.
Serious pleasure because by the time you begin to see by the end of tomorrow, you see that you have been dropped to the 5th position.
That I'm in 2nd position.
From 2nd to 5th, so just within 2 days. So God have mercy. So Shooting Stars will have a serious work to do, and I hope I believe in Gbenga Ogumbote. I believe he's seen everything, and he's a veteran in the game, so he knows what's up. So that's the way it is. Abia Warriors are 5th with 40 points. Kano Pillars are 6th with 39 points. Ikorodu City 38.7 position. Bendel Insurance 37 points. 38 points with the same number of games. Niger Tornadoes at 9th on 37 points. Economy Warriors are 10th.
37 points as well.
Now for the guys fighting relegation, another very interesting. That's why when we say this league is highly competitive, now look at from the 16th position, not even from the 15th position down.
Yes.
Nobody can say I'm safe already. Even Lobby Stars that have 23 points.
From the 15th, Plateau United on 31 points.
Yeah.
Yes, if they should lose and Nasarawa United get a win.
And they are playing
or even Sunshine.
They are playing the almighty Remo Stars.
Yes.
If Plateau United lose against Remo Stars, oh God.
And Sunshine get a win.
Exactly.
But I think one thing for Sunshine Stars is they have a minus 17 points.
Yeah, their minus is too much.
It's too much. It's too much.
Minus is too much. Minus 17 points. So Plateau United, they have 31 points on 15th position. Bayelsa United, 16th position with 30 points. The same number of points, Nasarawa United 17, 28 points, Sunshine Stars 18th position with a whopping minus 17. I think they are the highest. They have the highest 17. Deficit. That's too much.
How can you go from home and concede 3 goals?
That's too much.
It's too much.
Followed by Lobby Stars minus 13, the one that did bottom. Akwa United are 19th position with minus 9 position.
Even Lobby Stars, they have minus 13.
That's what I'm saying. Bottom. I said they are the ones that are the next after Sunshine Stars. They are the next in the number of deficit. Now, before we leave the MPFL, let's talk about it. Something that I was checking out since last week, and I found out that much as our team score goals, they also find a way to concede goals. Let's begin with Remo Stars at the top. They scored 26 goals, and they've been able to also ship in. They scored 35 goals. They've shipped in 20 goals. They have 15. Their own might not be so much, but check out teams like Rivers United. 25 goals scored, 19 goals conceded. I mean, is that a spirit of
cheerful giver?
I mean, it's okay, if you call them cheerful giver, then check out Shooting Stars. They scored 26 goals and they conceded 21.
And that's one of the major reasons why they are third on the log. I mean, when it comes to it can boil down to goal difference at the end of the day, because you look at all these teams. If you are fighting for continents, it's better to go difference. Now you look at Enugu Rangers. They've started accumulating points presently. Goals rather, accumulating goals. They are on plus 10. Look at Remo Stars plus 15. They have the highest goal difference when it comes to the MPFL this season. So for Shooting Stars, one thing they need to know is, even if you want to lose game, don't lose scandalously like Sunshine Stars. Losing 3 goals to nil, it will affect your goal difference. Just imagine Shooting Stars going away from and losing 3 goals to nil.
Exactly.
It's going to affect you.
That's massive.
And teams that are good defensively, their goal difference is way better than you, will just go ahead of you. And the way I'm looking at the season with the MPFL this season, it might boil down at the end of the day to goal difference. Wow,
I'm telling you are very, very correct, because that's the way it's going down. I mean, now still checking out how we score and still concede massively. Check out Abia Warriors, David. They've scored 26 and they've conceded 25. Just 1 goal. I mean, how can this one doesn't happen? It doesn't happen in some other leagues in the world now. You be in this position, you score this number of goals and concede almost the same number of goals again.
One thing is
how do we do it? Don't be juju with this.
They don't score enough of goals at home. And they tend to shipping goals away from home as well. So that's one of the major reasons why this thing tends to happen. You can't compare them with Remo Stars. Remo Stars score a lot of goals at home.
Exactly.
And when they go away from home as well, they find a way to improve themselves defensively, not concede goals unnecessarily. They have the highest number of wins away from home, 4 wins right there. level with Niger Tornadoes, and you look at even if they are not winning away from home, they maybe 1-0, and there was this particular game they lost against Enugu Rangers 2-1. At some point they were losing 2 goals, but they found a way to score 1 goal to reduce the deficit to 1. Exactly. So that's the stuff of a champion. Even if you are not winning, you find a way not to lose scandalous so as not to affect your goal difference. So that was one of the real reasons why I feel Remo Stars are shoulder above others. Other teams are just catching up presently.
Wow, catching up presently. Okay, before we leave it, another one that I saw that made me laugh in the way we score goals and still concede is Kano Pillars. They scored 30 goals and conceded 30 goals. I mean, how can this be happening? I've been checking out. I mean, you can't score 30 goals and still concede 30 goals now. No, how?
Cheerful Gibani.
So you have in the front guys scoring goals,
30.
Then behind those ones are leaking anyhow.
They are conceding. You know, at some point in time when Chelsea was it under Frank Lampard that they were scoring and then they were conceding at the same time?
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, the questions were raised. Yes, it was Frank Lampard era, and then questions were raised, and then all that. Even under Erik ten Hag as well. When Maguire came in the second season, he wasn't doing well, and then they were shipping in goals and all that. So you look at all this; it's not always good for teams that are trying to compete. You know, they say attacks win you games, and defense win you titles. So
exactly.
Maybe that's one of the major team we are seeing with Remo Stars presently, because they have they are the best defensive team presently in the Nigerian Premier Football League, and that's one of the major reasons why they are first on the log.
Okay, yes, well, we've done a whole lot of justice to the NPFL today. Before we begin to move to the other side, we'll have a breather very shortly because we're in the Ramadan fast period. So we'll be having a call to prayer in a jiffy. So that's why we're calling on you as well. Come around. I mean, let's do business together. Come and use what God has used to bless you. I mean, to touch lives this period of Ramadan. So we'll be having call to prayer very shortly. But before we do that, David, let's quickly look at let's look at McLaren. Talking about Formula 1 now, where 24 hours of Formula 1 pre-season testing over 3 days in Bahrain this week left the impression that McLaren will start the new season as they ended the last as a team to beat. Now, the usual caveat apply. It is next to impossible to make a definite judgment about performance in testing, as there are just too many variables involved. And now the way it is, McLaren seems to be impressive, and Hamilton is looking positive ahead of the season.
The Ferrari. I think this Formula 1 season, also we are looking forward to it. This season is going to be very interesting, especially with McLaren, Lando Norris.
Because Mercedes George Russell ended the final day with the fastest time.
Yes.
So McLaren, Mercedes, I mean
Ferrari,
Red Bull, all of them are ready for the season.
They are ready for the season. It's going to be fight for the finish.
I mean,
everything.
Where would you put your money on?
It's difficult. I can't say.
You know, one man just changed from one place to another.
I can't say presently because Max will be looking for the opportunity to win his 5th consecutive F1 title, and you have what's it called? Lewis Hamilton that is just looking and say, I want to break that record of the most wins when it comes to the F1 title. And you have a certain young guys when it comes to the McLaren team, Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri as well, doing so well for the McLaren team. You know, McLaren won the Constructors title last season. So they are on course to replicate what they did last season as well. And you look at Mercedes. I'm not really sure of what to expect from Mercedes, knowing fully well that, you know, George Russell with the experience and all that, giving him the mantle to be the number 1 driver, does he have the ability to take up the mantle and then drive Mercedes to glory? I really don't think so. So I think it's going to be between three major teams: McLaren, Ferrari and Red Bull, because of the pedigree of Lewis Hamilton with what is done in Formula 1, and because of what Max Verstappen is doing in the Formula 1 in the Formula 1 as well, and what's it called, these young guys, Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, what they are doing.
The young ones looking at the guys.
So I think it's going to be to be very interesting in the Formula 1 season. You know, the battle between Lando Norris at the tail end of the season with Max Verstappen, it was very tough, very interesting, and I think I expect some of the same this season. So the Formula 1 season is starting March 16, and we Formula 1 fans, we can't wait.
Next, Upper Sunday.
Yes, we can't wait for the Formula 1 to get started.
Okay, let's end it in, we're not ending the show, just for the first part of the show before we have this breather. Let's talk about cricket a bit, where Australia and South Africa, they'll be traveling to Dubai before the Champions Trophy semi-finals, despite they are not knowing if they will be playing there or in Pakistan. It's not even there's no assurance of where they will, but they will still travel. Dubai will host the first semi-final on Tuesday, with the second match played in Lahore, Pakistan, a day later. India, who are guaranteed to progress from Group A, are playing all of their own matches in Dubai after opting not to travel to Pakistan. Group B concludes with South Africa's match against England this Saturday, but neither the Proteas or Australia will know the venue of their semi-final until after the conclusion of the India's match against New Zealand tomorrow. Because if that match doesn't conclude tomorrow, they will not know where to play.
It's so funny.
They will have to travel.
It's so funny.
It's a very funny thing.
Yeah, so funny.
I hope money will not be wasted in that one, because you would have traveled here and now say, okay, move to this side.
Logistics.
Exactly.
They're doing this very well.
Okay, let's have this breather. Yes, it is Complete Sports on Melody 100.7 FM this beautiful Saturday, the very first day, the very first Saturday, very first weekend, very first everything in the 3rd of March right here. My name is Pretty David. The Big Bami is still with me, and of course, I will be back very shortly for more. Keep it locked right here. Here is Melody 100.7 FM. In the next 3 minutes, we'll have a call to prayer, and after that, we'll be coming back with league matches all around the world and FA Cup in England. Keep it locked. Don't move a muscle.
I'm the bunch. You only have one life to live. If you're lucky, then you might get two. I was down, so down, took the hit. Was a miracle that got me through. I've seen the world, paid my dues. Got plenty of scars, but nothing to lose. Tonight, I'm on top of the world, in front of the crowd. Smoke in the air, look at me now. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I'm on top of the world, in front of the crowd. Looking back now, there's no regrets. Moving forward, that's all that's left. Wouldn't change a thing, even if I could. I'm stronger now with this moment. I've seen the world, paid my dues. Got plenty of scars, but nothing to lose. Tonight, I'm on top of the world, in front of the crowd. Smoke in the air, look at me now. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I'm on top of the world, in front of the crowd. Standing up, standing up, standing up. Oh, Africa, standing up, standing up.
Melody FM 100.7.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
The real home of events. Melody FM 100.5. I love this station. Melody 100.7 FM.
Set one of your presets for your hit music now. 100.7. Newest radio station is 100.7. What's the big difference? We play like this. And this. And even this. With the biggest music library. 100.7. We play anything.
Let's do it. Melody FM 100.7. Melody FM 100.7. Melody FM 100.7. From Melody 100.7 FM, Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. The time is 4 p.m. Melody FM 100.7.
All right, thank you for being with us. We're still on the Melody 100.7 FM in the city of Ibadan. It is Complete Sports right here on the station that brings you the best all the time. My name is Pretty. I still have David, the Big Bami with me, and this is a beautiful Saturday. And now let's begin to move to different league matches all around the world right now, and let's talk about what's happening concerning the league matches. You know, of course, in England, it is FA Cup actions going down today, tomorrow. Of course, it started yesterday. We'll get to that. We'll get to that very shortly. But let's first go to a new rule, David. Let's talk about the rules. Before the rule, let's talk about Mateta. I'm sad about this Mateta issue, David.
Yes.
I mean, what a way in this season. I mean, when you're doing well.
When you're doing well.
It's like they send somebody to you to come and destroy your life.
It was so sad to see Mateta having that kind of an injury. He's been rushed to hospital.
Very sad one.
Very sad one for Mateta presently. It copped, for people wondering what really happened to Mateta, he copped an injury in that encounter with Millwall, in that FA Cup encounter. The goalkeeper had to rush and then put his legs high, very high on the face of Mateta, and he's been rushed to the hospital. And Crystal Palace chairman Steve Parish, and talking about the Mateta injury, said, "In all my time watching football, I don't think I've ever seen a worse that could be fall like that." So very sad for Mateta. I mean, this is a guy. Last season he got his form back under the new manager Oliver Glasner, and this season is continued. With that, he's already banging over 10 goals in the Premier League this season, and at the point where Crystal Palace needs him most, and coping that injury, we just hope he's going to recover very soon from this injury. So we wish him all the best.
Wow, so sad. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes some of these, well, in the heat of the moment, some things can happen, but this one is not really a good one, a very, very sad one. Let's talk about what IFAB have just approved. We're talking about the approval by IFAB. IFAB is the body that makes laws for FIFA, and it has now improved new rule from next season for goalkeepers. And now, if a goalkeeper decides to hold the ball for more than 8 seconds, so you want to do it like basketball now, where there's timing for the holding of the ball. So if a goalkeeper holds the ball more than 8 seconds, the referee will need to award a corner kick to the opposing team. For instance, if Arsenal and Man U, they are playing, and
David
Raya decides to hold the ball more than 8 seconds, then Man U will get a corner kick.
Yes, I think.
Can this rule really work?
I think it's going to work. It's just to curb time wasting when it comes to goalkeeper. You know, in time past, we've seen goalkeepers, having different ways to waste time, especially if they are winning and going to the tail end of the match. You see them wasting a lot of time and then all that. So I think this is going to serve as a deterrent to all goalkeepers looking to start wasting time at the tail end of each matches. So I think for goalkeepers that are renowned for time wasting, we have a lot of goalkeepers that are known for time wasting. This is going to curb them from that, and starting from next season is going to take place. And if a goalkeeper holds the ball for more than 8 seconds, the referee will award a corner kick to the opposing teams. Now managers will start warning their goalkeepers because they know fully well that corner kicks can lead to a goal. You know, imagine making a mistake of holding the ball for 8 seconds and immediately your opponent is being awarded a penalty and a corner kick rather, and the corner kick
for a team that knows how to convert corner kick.
Yes, like Arsenal.
Like Arsenal.
So and the corner kick resulting to goal. You can imagine the kind of disappointment it will be for managers. So I think this is going to serve as a warning to all goalkeepers, and I feel is a very good one, just to curb time wasting in football.
And now talking about the 8 seconds, the timing. The referee on the pitch already has plenty things he's doing at the same time. So how will he now be timing the goalkeeper holding the ball for more than 8 seconds?
I think it's when it's a situation whereby you start noticing that the goalkeeper is holding the ball for too long. Then you start counting. Yes, we start counting. So.
Okay, well, that's just the new rule. That's the breaking news we're giving you here. You know how we do it. This is us, and this is how we rock it. You can't get it anywhere, only on Complete Sports, Melody 100.7. Let's talk about, let's go to the league matches now, and let's begin from Spain, and we end it in the FA Cup in England. In Spain, yesterday, Real Valladolid and Las Palmas played out a 1-1 draw. They couldn't have a winner, no vanquish is what they use it to do. So I'm talking about Real Valladolid and Las Palmas having that yesterday. Now today, Girona presently, the match has been concluded. Girona also played a 2-2 draw with Celta Vigo. The match just ended. And Rayo Vallecano will be taking on Sevilla later in the next 8 minutes or thereabout. The match will be starting. Real Betis they are hosting Real Madrid, the leaders, and Atletico Madrid. Real Madrid are the leaders, right?
No, second.
Barcelona are still the leaders.
Yes.
And of course, Atletico Madrid will be doing battle against Athletic Club, and they have both have opportunity to lead Barcelona, right?
I don't think I don't see Atletico Madrid winning.
You don't see you have started again.
I don't think Atletico Madrid are winning because they are playing against a formidable opponent when it comes to the La Liga this season. They are playing against Athletic Club.
So Athletic Club is highly formidable than them.
Yes, you can. I'm not saying they are highly formidable, but you see when it comes to matches like this, you can't tend to give it to Atletico because look at Athletic Club. They are fourth on the log, 48 points, 4 points adrift. Atletico Madrid are 5 points adrift. Atletico Madrid are in third position. So and you need to look at their last 5 matches. They've not lost. Just they've won 2. They say they have the same. In fact, they have the same form guide. 2 wins in the last 5 matches and 3 draws. So you look at this game and you feel it's going to be very difficult for Atletico Madrid. So I really don't see Atletico Madrid getting 3 maximum points against Athletic Club. Yes, the Athletic Club, they have a lot of players doing so well. When you mentioned Athletic Club, the players that will come to mind has to be the Noki brothers, Noki Williams, the Williams brothers, Noki Williams and then Nico Williams as well. And I was listening to his interview yesterday. He said it's 8 goals and 5 assists this season is not really good with the standard. So I think he's going to try to improve more on that. And you have Nico Williams as well. He got in Brace not so long ago, and you feel
that was the one that stole the show at the Euros.
Yes, so you feel it's going to be tense between both teams. For Athletic Club and for Atletico Madrid. I don't see Atletico Madrid winning tonight against Atletico. For Real Madrid, they are playing against a Real Betis side. Yes, that has Anthony. Yes, a good player that is in form presently right there in Real Betis. His record was rescinded and is going to be eligible for this particular encounter. Real Betis are 7th on the law. Yes, they're having a decent run of form as well. 3 wins, the last 5 matches, not so bad with the quality they have in their roster. For Real Madrid as well, just 2 wins. You know, they've been doing in the Champions League, in the league. They've not been having it easy, and that's one of the major reasons why they are second on that particular table. So I think it's going to be tense for Real Madrid as well. But for the virtue of Real Madrid playing at home, I think they have the slight edge over Real Betis. So I'll be going for Real Madrid to win because they are playing at the Santiago de Bernabeu. Yes, it's been confirmed that Kylian Mbappe is going to be fit for this encounter. Though he had tooth extraction and then he wasn't available for the Copa del Rey, but he's fit for this encounter. Although there are some players that will be out, Valverde will be out for this encounter. Dani Ceballos has cup injury for 2 to 3 months, and he would not be able to. But you have a lot of guys that are coming back. Tchouaméni will be going back into that midfield, knowing fully well that Tony Rudiger and Alaba, they are fit presently. They even have Raul Asensio as well doing so well.
Real Madrid are gradually returning to fitness.
They are gradually returning to fitness as well. So you look at all this and you feel they are the favourites to get a win. Although Real Betis we want to also show themselves when it comes. They are not pushovers when it comes to the La Liga, but I feel at the end of the day, Real Madrid are going to get a win against Real Betis.
One thing in this game is this. I mean, Barcelona fans will be looking at. They will have a whole lot of attention concerning these games, these 2 games, Athletic. Club Athletic and of course Real Madrid games, and of course Atletico Madrid and Real Betis. Reason is, if either of Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid win tonight, they will leapfrog Barcelona.
Yes, and that will be
at the end of the day, Barcelona might find themselves in third position.
Because they also are playing against Real Sociedad, a very difficult opponent as a Real Sociedad as well. So they know what they need to do. They need to get a win. I mean,
and they recently returned to the top. They were third before now.
Yes, I mean they were top. They were top
at the time.
Yes, at the time.
With so much gaps, but they let it slip. So tomorrow, Leganes will take on Getafe, and Mallorca and Deportivo Alaves, and Osasuna Valencia, while Barcelona will take on Real Sociedad. I think they listen to me eventually because I've always been talking about Barcelona games always coming at 9 p.m. But tomorrow, this one is coming
in the afternoon.
Is that afternoon or evening? 4:15?
Yes, evening.
That's evening. So, I mean, that game, 3 games on our hands that we'll look out for in the La Liga this weekend. I mean, Real Madrid, Real Betis, Athletic and Madrid, and of course, Athletic Club, and Barcelona, Real Sociedad. These games are very, very important. All right, talking about, before we leave the La Liga, let's give you the standings now on the law. Barcelona still leading 54 points from 25 games. Real Madrid follow with 54 points, and Atletico Madrid 53 points. It tells you that the 3 clubs are just 1 point. Yes. Is what they are using to lead one another. Athletic Club is 4th You now agree with what David said earlier, that it's going to be a difficult game for Atletico Madrid because they are playing Athletic Club, who are also doing very, very well. 48 points from the same number of games. Villarreal 5th, 44 points. And Rayo Vallecano, Real Betis, Mallorca, Real Sociedad, and Celta Vigo make up the top 10. Now, for the guys fighting relegations, in the 16th position, you have Las Palmas, Leganes, Valencia, Alaves, and Valladolid. Those are the... that is the way it is in the La Liga, talking about the Spanish Primera Liga. Okay, from there, let's move you straight from the Spanish Primera Liga. Let's move you to the Bundesliga. Yesterday, it was VfB Stuttgart, Bayern Munich. Stuttgart actually disappointed no other person than David Idigbami, who said no, Bayern Munich could not defeat them. But they were beating black, blue, red, purple, and every other color you can think of. 3 goes to 1. So it tells you that Bayern Munich are not joking right now. Yes. I mean, what changed in that game? What made you think Stuttgart could prove? I asked you that question last night.
It's all about the manager.
Stuttgart could do something.
I'm not convinced.
You say you're not convinced about, but you're not convinced about him. But he's going on with it.
You know, the Bundesliga is, I think one thing is been able to do this season is just to beat the smaller sides and get the needed result and then accumulate points. And that's one of the major reasons why they are top right now in the Bundesliga. And it's kind of find a way to get all these 30 maximum points. But when it gets to play Leverkusen, it's not gotten a win against Leverkusen this season. Even against Eintracht Frankfurt as well. So I think that's one of the major reasons why I said Stuttgart stood a chance against Bayern Munich yesterday. But a very good one for Bayern. They won. Right now they are 11 points clear, pending the time that Leverkusen are going to play today against Eintracht Frankfurt. They are playing, and Leverkusen are having it difficult today because they are playing against Eintracht Frankfurt.
That's another team that's in form.
Yes. They are stored on the log. So,
but having sold their main man, Eintracht Frankfurt, are they still doing very well?
They are. You know, right now they are third, and if they continue with this, they will try and qualify for the Champions League next season. So I think for Frankfurt, they found a way to steady the ship after Omar Mamouche left, and they are still doing well, at least with their level. I mean, if you have a low budget. Like the way Eintracht Frankfurt has, and you are still third on the log, you're having a fantastic season. So I think for Eintracht Frankfurt, it's not been bad for them. For Leverkusen, they are playing against Eintracht Frankfurt today. They know they are condemned to win against Eintracht Frankfurt, knowing fully well that Bayern won yesterday, and they need to close the gap on Bayern Munich if they want to defend the title they won last season. So they have the quality to win because they have a Champions League game again, because they start looking at that as well. They have a Champions League game this midweek against Bayern Munich, and they'll be looking at also closing the gap right there at the top of the summit against Bayern Munich, this same Bayern Munich as well. So I think for Leverkusen, they know what they need to do, get the needed result against Eintracht Frankfurt, and then concentrate on your Champions League game midweek.
Most definitely. All right, for other games, you'll have about 5 more games going down right now, and the last game will be between Eintracht Frankfurt and Leverkusen at 6:30. But for now, FC Ardeham are playing Borussia Mönchengladbach. It is already 2-0 in favor of the visitors. Mönchengladbach are leading 2-0. The match is in the 44th minute. RB Leipzig are beating Mainz 05 at home. St. Pauli are playing goalless draw with Borussia Dortmund, while VfB Bochum are also playing goalless draw with Hoffenheim. And the game between Werder Bremen and Wolfsburg is 1-0 in favor of visitors. Wolfsburg right there. I mean, any surprising result? I mean, score line for you right there?
No, I really don't think so, except Dortmund playing goalless draw. And it's not really surprising. It's not really surprising when it comes to the Bundesliga this season. So they've been disappointing. They've been disappointing. For Leipzig, Xavi Simons actually got that goal against Mainz 05. They are leading presently 1-0. And then, courtesy of their result, they are fourth on the log, yes, with 41 points. Because Freiburg... You can't
call it result yet because the game is still on.
Yes, it's still on. Because Freiburg have not played. They are on 39 points. So if they get to win against Mainz 05, they can get to go to the fourth position, and maybe increase their chance of qualifying for the Champions League.
Okay, for tomorrow in the Bundesliga, 2 games will complete the match day, and Union Berlin will be taking on hosting Kiel, while Augsburg will play Freiburg, and that is the game. I mean, the club that David just talked about. And before we leave the Bundesliga, let's give you the standing there on the log now. Yes, in the Bundesliga. Of course, we just said earlier, David said it earlier, Bayern Munich still leading the pack now, 11 points gap.
They have 61 points.
I think this one is more or less like finish. 61 points, 24 games, and of course Leverkusen's 50 games from 33 games. They have their game later tonight. And Eintracht Frankfurt 42 points from the same number of games. RB Leipzig, because they are winning now. Because they are winning now, they are fourth. SC Freiburg, they also have. If Freiburg, if RB Leipzig ended this way, Freiburg will need to also win their own game tomorrow.
Yes.
They are fifth with 39 points. 6 is Mainz 05. Wolfsburg are 7th. Mönchengladbach 8th. VfB Stuttgart 9th. And of course, Borussia Dortmund 10th. Very surprising for Dortmund to be seen in 10th position. Ordinarily, they shouldn't go beyond 3rd or 4th position. But right now in 10th. What a disappointing team it has been this season. All right, for those fighting relegation, Union Berlin in 14th position. I'm talking about the team on the 15th position is what's this name of this team again? Trying to get the team. Okay, yes, Sampoli. Yes, sorry about that. Sampoli on the 15th position right now. Why VfB Bochum are 16, Heidenheim are 17, and Ersten Kiel the bottom rock table with just 13 points from 23 games. All right, let's leave Bundesliga now and quickly take you to the Serie A. Yeah, the Italian Serie A is where we're going right now. Of course, the Italian Serie A is another league that is so dramatic this season. One team will be there today. Tomorrow, another team will be on top. But yesterday was Fiorentina taking on Lecce 1-0. What did Debbie say would be the result of this game last night? Well,
did I predict Fiorentina Lecce? I really don't think so.
Okay, I think we just said it in passing.
Yeah,
we didn't really deal with it that much. Okay, so he ended Fiorentina 1, Lecce 0. That was the game yesterday. All right, for today, yes, games in the Serie A, and of course, in the Serie A, this beautiful first day of the day. Atalanta presently playing Venezia. It is in the 60th minute and it's still goalless. I'm surprised about that game.
They are playing against 19th position Venezia.
60th minute and they are still playing goalless.
Surprising. They should be winning this game, because if they are serious about competing for the Serie A title, at some point in time they were first on the log, and then they capitulated and then go back to top position, and then it's looking as if they've gotten their mojo back, and we are looking at maybe Atalanta can actually push again for the Serie A title. But presently, with the results they are having presently, it's looking as if they are not serious presently to win a major title right in Italy, playing against the goalless. Knowing fully well that Inter Milan and Napoli are going to play against themselves this week, and it's likely for both teams to cancel themselves out. So I think for Atalanta, not so good for them. Playing a goalless draw presently right there against Venezia.
Somebody might want to ask, is Ademola Lookman playing? Yes, he's on the field, he's playing, but he's not. A tree cannot make a forest. I mean, they are all there to do this together. So let's see what will happen before the end of the game. 68 minutes in the game, goalless Atalanta, Venezia. But something tells me the match will not end this way. There will be a change.
They need to win. They need to win to push.
Yeah, definitely.
At least.
Napoli going to be taking on Inter. That should be a star game of this match.
That's the biggest game in Europe.
That's the biggest game, and that game is coming up at 6 p.m. tonight. Udinese will be playing Parma. Let's talk about Napoli, Inter Milan now.
Very difficult between both sides. Inter are first on the log. For a very long time, Napoli were first, and it was looking as if they are going to continue like that to the end of the season. But right now they found themselves in the second position, 1 point behind Inter, down 57 points, and then the match is going to come up in Naples, that's in Napoli, and Napoli will be looking at an opportunity to win against Inter and then extend the point to 2 points, while Inter will be looking at this particular match and then feel we can increase the points gap to 4 points right there in the Italian Serie. I think it's going to be very difficult between both sides. Anthony Conte against a manager that has won the Serie A multiple times, right there with Inter Milan, right there with Juventus as well, and Inter, not to forget, they are the defending champion. They've been in this stage before, and they know how to maneuver themselves when it comes to stage like this. So in their last 5 matches as well, it's not been a very fantastic result for them. For Napoli, they've kind of regressed. 1 win in their last 5 matches. In their last 4, they've not gotten a win, 3 draws, and 1 loss against a Como side. If it says Fabregas Como side. And for Inter Milan, yes, same as well, just 2 wins in their last 5 matches as well. So it's not as if both teams are blowing hot presently when it comes to the Italian Serie A this season. So I think it's going to end in a draw. I don't see a winner between both sides because both teams will want to cancel themselves out. Inter will be looking at this and feel if we can get a win, we are closer to defending the title we won last season. And while Anthony Conte will be looking at this and feel he can get a silverware for Napoli ever since they won that Italian Serie A title under their former manager right there that is with the Italian national team presently right now. So I think for Napoli, I think this is their only chance of winning a silverware this season. While for Inter Milan, they are still in the Champions League. They are still in the what is it called, the Coppa Italia as well. So that makes it interesting between both sides. But I think it's going to end in a draw between both sides. I don't see a winner in this encounter.
Wow. Okay. Let's see what spans out tomorrow. In that star match of the Italian Serie A. Sorry guys for joining in late on the streaming for Facebook. Everything it was made available on YouTube, but since we started, it's been on YouTube. But it's just a while ago that I started going on Facebook. Sorry about that. We're seeing you. I'll acknowledge your presence very shortly on Facebook. Now, tomorrow, the major matches we played tomorrow, number of matches. We have Monza taking on Torino tomorrow. Because Bologna are hosting Cagliari. Genoa hosting Empoli. AS Roma taking on Como. That they were a surprising team of the week last week. And AC Milan taking on Lazio. Ordinarily, if it were to be in the past, we would say this will be another important game. But Lazio have not really been living up to expectation. They kept selling their players.
It's still an important game because
maybe not the way it will be in the past.
Yes, but Milan are also not doing well. They lost
I think so as well.
They lost against Bologna midweek, 2-1, and then Lazio as well. They are now 5th on the log. Yes, Juventus are 4th, and then you feel for Milan, knowing fully well if they get a win, they will be 3 points. Adrift Lazio that are in 5th position. So at the end of the day, it might not be a bad season for Milan if they get to qualify for the Europa League. Although that's not where they want to be, but at least if they get Europa League spots, it won't be a bad one for AC Milan. So it's going to be fans between both sides. Lazio against Milan promises to produce goals between both sides. These are free scoring side. Lazio, Milan, anytime, any day. So I think we are going to see goals. I really don't see. Also, maybe we are going to see Milan winning this particular encounter, but I really don't see Lazio winning against AC Milan.
Okay, let's wrap things up in the Serie A with the full table for you, the standing. Inter still leading the pack, 57 points from 26 games. Napoli coming up next with 56 points from 26 games. And of course, Atalanta, the way it stands right now, they have 55 points. But if they end up winning, they might just be going above these other guys. They might return to the first position if they end up winning. Yes, because courtesy of their number of goals, they have 26 points plus 26. They have plus 33. They will be in second position. The highest they will go will be second position if they end up winning this game, because right now they are 55 points. But if they don't win, they will go back to 54 points. If it ends in a draw, it will be 55 as they are right now. Okay.
It depends on the number of goals they score.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because they have 38 points. 38 goals. See what we were saying earlier concerning Nigerians, and a team scored 59 here and is having 24 against and 35 to go different. That is what we are talking about. But in Nigeria, you see somebody scoring 30 and conceding 30. Okay, so Atalanta thought Juventus, yes, they used to be old lady, but right now I don't know whether they should find new ladies now because things seem to be not to be working for them.
I think they are doing well in the league.
Mm.
They've gotten wins in their last 4 matches,
Yeah.
so not so bad for Thiago
And
Motta.
that's why they have gone to where they are now, Juventus.
Yes.
They were at a point they were 8 on the log.
Yes.
But if really in the last game, they've done well in the last 4 matches,
Yes,
as you
and
said.
then they won.
Yes, but elsewhere they are not doing very well. They are
Especially in this Coppa Italia and the Champions League.
Exactly. So 49 points they have it from 26 games. Lazio comes up 5th. Fiorentina, Bologna, Milan, and Roma and Udinese make up the top 10. For those fighting relegation, Lecce is 16th, Parma 17th, Empoli 18th, Venezia 19th, and Monza, just like their name, Monza, they are 20th on the log with just 14 points from 26 games.
They tried.
But their own is better. They have better points than Southampton. Why? We are taking the same thing. Southampton only 9 points. Oh God. Okay, so let's the last league before we go to the FA Cup. Actually, is always League On. Last night it was AS Monaco showing the class they have against Reims. 3-0 the match ended, so they actually they beat them blue, black, yellow, purple, and every other thing you can think of. They beat that team 3-0. So if not the way things are, Monaco, they are not mates now.
Yes, they are not mates now. And they needed the win because right now they are 4th on the log, and although they played a game more than teams in 5th position,
exactly.
That's Lille. But right now, they will await what Lille will play. If they get to win, they will go back to 4th position again. So I think for Monaco, they needed the win to be able to solidify their position when it comes to the top 4 in the French League One.
Most definitely. Tomorrow the games will be played. You have Saint-Etienne. Today. I'm talking about today. Saint-Etienne will be taking on Nice. That will be in the next 32 minutes or thereabout. Lens will host Le Havre, and Paris Saint-Germain will be hosting Lille.
That's the biggest game in France.
Yeah, that's the biggest game in France.
Yes.
Can Lille pose a threat to PSG?
PSG.
Almighty PSG.
Yes, maybe because PSG are having a game against Liverpool midweek. They might get to rest a couple of players as well. And but I really, irrespective of that, I'm still tipping PSG to win against Lille Metropole. For me, PSG are the giants when it comes to the French League One. They won it multiple times, and I feel this season as well is not going to be an exception for them against Lille this particular weekend. So for PSG, I see them winning. They have a lot of quality guys, even if they bench some guys as well. They have Bakola, they have Kvaratskhelia, they have Ousmane Dembele, they have Gonzalo Ramos. They have a lot of players, attacking options up front as well. So I think if they get to rest some couple of players, they still have enough quality to be able to execute this particular match and then win against Lille Metropole. So I'll be tipping them to win against Lille Metropole and get the needed results to increase the points gap right there at the top of the summit.
Increase the point gap at the top of the summit. That's what David the Big Bami is saying. All right, for tomorrow, the matches you expect in the league on tomorrow to wrap up the match day before we give you the full standings on the log. Yes, for tomorrow in the French League on, you have this team, Lyon, taking on Brest. That's my team of the season, but they have disappointed me now. I think
ninth.
I have to start thinking of another team to support. Lyon and Brest tomorrow. Yes, Angers taking on Toulouse, and of course Angers taking on Strasbourg, and Montpellier taking on Reims, and of course Marseille hosting Nantes. Any big one in this game tomorrow?
I really don't think so. The biggest game has to be the Paris Saint-Germain and Lille.
All right, so for the table, how it looks like, PSG, the way it appears, they've run away with the cup already. They got 59 points from 23 games, what they have. For the 6 points is the team coming behind them, which is Marseille, for the 6 points from the same number of games. Nice, 43 points, Monaco, 43 points as well, and Lille, 41 points. You can see the gap between the two teams that are playing, Lille and PSG, 41 to 59. That's too much.
Farmers League.
I'm telling you. I know it's now even Hunters League. In making up the top 10, you have Lyon, Strasbourg, Lens, Brest, and of course Toulouse. And for the teams fighting relegation, in 14th position is Nantes, Reims are 15th, Saint-Etienne 16th, Le Havre 17th, and of course Montpellier. I'm surprised about Montpellier where they have found themselves this season. Going down relegation.
Financially, they are struggling.
Something is wrong with that
team. A lot of teams are struggling in the French League One.
They don't have money.
They don't have
It's
money.
only PSG, Monaco, Lille that.
Even Monaco, they
Even
don't.
Monaco
They are
don't
struggling financially. So that's one of the major reasons why they are not competing.
And that
with
is why the league
PSG.
continue to appear the way it looks.
is,
Everyone
yes.
calling it.
You look at the Premier League. You look at teams. You look at clubs, mid-table clubs buying
even
players.
small teams. I mean, even teams fighting relegation.
I was talking to someone and I said he was talking about Brighton, and then he said Brighton they are buying cheap players and all that, even from the academy. And I had to enlighten and say Brighton were one of the big spenders.
Yes.
Right there in the summer, and they spent almost £100 and something million.
They did.
Look at Brighton, and a club like Brighton can, a club like Monaco afford to spend £200 and something million in the summer transfer window. So that was one of the major issues why this club tends not to compete for the title right there in other leagues. You look at what is playing out in the Premier League, apart from Liverpool that Omar drive for me, from the second position to 10th. Look at the points gap is not wide, and it's very close between them. Aston Villa are 10th. You look at Brighton, look at Bournemouth, you look at Chelsea, look at Newcastle. The points gap. Look at all these, and you feel maybe you can say this is a competitive league.
That is why the EPL will continue to.
It's marketable, and
I'm telling you.
Financially,
the
interest is there. Financially, they are doing so well. Not like other leagues that has to make use of big name players to be able to market their league. Case in point, La Liga. They have to make use of big name players. Like when Ronaldo and Messi was there, they have to make use of the advantage of, because Ronaldo and Messi was there to be able to
when
market
those
their
two
league.
guys left, they started looking.
They started struggling.
Yes,
of the league. At some points they were using Griezmann. At some points, no one to use again. But right now that Kylian Mbappe is there, I mean,
that's why they brought him now.
Yes, I mean, you know, when Real Madrid was trying to sign Mbappe, you see Javier Tebas saying he has to come to Real Madrid. It's not because he loves Real Madrid, although he's a fan of Madrid, but at the same time he knows what he's saying, because financially it will improve their league. So, but for Premier League, I don't know, they found a way to market their league even without a big name, a big player signing for a particular team in that country. They found a way to generate revenues, and which is helping their clubs to compete right there in Europe.
Okay, yes, let's go to the FA Cup now. Yes, let's do the last lap of the show this beautiful evening to get straight into the FA Cup. Yes, the fifth round. Some big teams were eliminated in the fourth round, namely Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool. They were eliminated. Now the course seems to be clearer for teams like Manchester City to win another FA Cup.
Yes, they're having a very difficult tie against Plymouth, a team that has proven to be a giant killer in this particular competition. Not to forget, they defeated Brentford and Liverpool. So, but I feel Manchester City are aware of this particular club, and they would have prepared enough, knowing fully well this is their only chance of getting a silverware this season. And a coach like Pep Guardiola wouldn't want to go a season trophyless, because the Premier League is over, the Carabao Cup is over, and the Champions League was knocked out by Real Madrid. So this is the only opportunity for him to get a hand on a trophy this season. I feel they are going to continue on that and try and defeat Plymouth today, knowing fully well that they are giant killers. Had it been Plymouth has not been able to defeat some particular team like Liverpool, maybe we can expect an upset. But I feel Pep Guardiola wouldn't want to rest some players, knowing they don't have a fixture midweek. They're out of the Champions League, so this is the only game they have this weekend. He can even afford to start Erling Haaland in a particular fixture. So exactly. I think Manchester City will be able to defeat Plymouth. I don't see Plymouth actually causing an upset in this particular encounter.
Okay, it started yesterday actually, and Aston Villa are playing Cardiff City. Aston Villa, they are making a whole lot of big some very big points this season. I mean, doing well in the Champions League. Now
FA Cup.
The FA Cup again.
Yes.
I mean, now they are in the sixth round.
Yes, expectedly. Yes. You know, when you sign players, not just players, quality players.
And this is a team that lost Kevin
John Durant.
I mean John Durant. Sorry.
So
Still doing well.
You expect to see results, and that's what we are doing. We are seeing presently. Although in the Premier League, they got hammered by Crystal Palace midweek 4-1, but at least at the same time they are not far off when it comes to qualifying for Europe in the Premier League. Yes, fantastic results for them. Marco Asensio getting 2 goals once again for Aston Villa. This is a guy that was struggling right there in Paris Saint-Germain, but I mean, he's come to England and then he's finding it easy right there with his fellow Spanish man. Yes, Unai Emery.
I mean, that man deserves all the accolades, man. Unai Emery is, I mean, he's having a way of bringing something new at Aston Villa.
Yes, he's a decent manager. Yes, he's a decent manager, although he wasn't given a chance right there at Arsenal. But I mean, he's a guy that has won more than 3 Europa League titles. So he's been to Paris, he's coached Paris Saint-Germain before. So that's to show you when it comes to his credentials. He's a very fantastic manager at that, and coaching a team like Aston Villa, you expect more from him. With the backing, the management, the board right there, as Aston Villa has actually shown, because you know when what is it called, Unai Emery, since when he's been at Aston Villa, he's been signing quality players, and it's improved a lot of players as well under him. Morgan Rogers has improved under him as well. Even on the Watkins as well. So and it's bought a lot of wingers. They have a lot of PC wingers in that squad. Doing Marlon, they have Marcus Rashford, they have Marco Asensio, Leon Bailey, Jacob Ramsey. So you look at Aston Villa, they are a deadly team going forward, and that's one of the major reasons why they are winning game. This is a very good one for them, qualifying to the next round of the FA Cup, and then they wait to see their next opponent, because you know in this kind of cup and fixture cup competition, the draw, you have to be draws out. You have to be lucky when it comes to draws like this. You know, when they get to be drawn with the likes of Manchester City, Manchester United is going to be very difficult for them. When it comes to the tournaments proper.
Okay, for today now, for the games, in fact, some games have already been concluded as we speak right now. In the 5th round of the FA Cup in England, Crystal Palace have defeated Millwall 3-1 as expected, right? And that's the game we were telling you earlier,
yes,
that Crystal Palace, they won the game, but they lost a player.
Yeah, they've lost
in Mateta.
A player, yes. John
Not that he
Mateta
died, though, but to injury. Preston North End also defeated Burnley. That should be a surprise result.
Yes,
Preston
Burnley,
beating Burnley.
Burnley that was not considered in 9 matches or so in the championship, considered 3 goals.
That's a very surprising.
That's a very
result.
surprising result as well. So
wow,
fantastic one for what's it called? The team that defeated Preston North End.
Right now, Bournemouth, yes, a team that likes to fly high. They know how to score goals.
They are winning presently.
They are winning, of course. The match is just to the 37th minute. They've scored 2 goals against the Wolves.
Wow.
I mean, is that not a surprising thing that Wolves losing?
It's not surprising. The Wolves are not doing well now.
But 37 minutes, it's too early for them to have considered this much.
Yes, Wolves are not doing well presently, and look at Bournemouth. They are fantastic players that have improved this season. Evan Nielsen just came back this season, and he's gotten a goal. It's just for Bournemouth as well, assisted by Kekes as well. So you look at all this fantastic one for them, winning against Wolves presently, and it's looking as if they are going to qualify to the next round of the FA Cup.
7:15, it will be Man City against Plymouth Argyle, and of course, if Man City cannot beat this team, that means Oti Loniel, it is finished. But if we consider what Plymouth did against Liverpool, can we now say Man City need to watch it?
I said it. Man City, they will be watchful of this particular side, knowing fully well that they've defeated the table toppers when it comes the table toppers when it comes to the Premier League,
the best team right in the EPL.
In the EPL. So I think they were also prepared to defeat Plymouth Argyle in this encounter, and I feel Pep Guardiola is going to go with his best legs, because this is a chance for them to win a title this season. So I don't see Plymouth pulling up a surprise, a shocker in this one again. So Man City is going to win against Plymouth.
I think the FA decided to leave the main important games for tomorrow, Sunday, because the 2 games between 4 teams tomorrow have been left for play tomorrow. At 2:45, it will be Newcastle United taking on Brighton tomorrow. And of course, the main one, this should be the biggest fixture for the 5th round, Manchester United and Fulham.
Yes, Manchester United and Fulham, they faced themselves twice this season. Manchester United winning both games, yes, by a long goal, 1 goal to 0
this is
in the
FA
first
Cup,
time. But this is FA Cup, anything can happen, yes. For Manchester United as well, this season hasn't been really fantastic for them. But you know, Ruben Amorim, we know that this is a backdoor for them to qualify for Europe, just like they did last season. Because right now in the league, they are struggling. 14th position presently. They've moved one place higher right now. And then for Fulham, Marco Silva, yes, what the job is doing right there as Fulham, a fantastic job, even with the quality, with the set of players he has with him, he's still getting the needed result. But I don't see Manchester United are playing at the Old Trafford, and I'll be surprised not to see Manchester United winning tomorrow, because you look at this and you feel, what else are they playing for in the Premier League? This kind of game, they need to show that concentration. If they know they still have the season to salvage for themselves. So the FA Cup and the Europa League has to be where their concentration should be presently, because I don't think they can qualify for Europe via the Premier League again this season. So I think for Ruben Amorim, he knows what he needs to do. The FA Cup can serve as a backdoor for him to qualify for the Europa League, and I feel they are going to get a decent result, at least a win, to move them to the 6th round of the FA Cup. All
right, thank you very much, Jolasho Ari. Your Henry, all the way from Oyo, says happy new month. Another time to sports. It's my high point this week. Arsenal bottling the league. Shooting Stars getting a point at Aimba. Manchester United winning with red card. What is Jolasho saying? Winning with red card. He's winning all the winning. Jolasho. All right, thank you for being in class, Jolasho. Thank you so much. Sorry about the initial hitches that you had, seeing us on Facebook. That's why we're having just a few guys on the Facebook live right there. All right, let's leave it before we begin to wrap things up gradually and little by little. Good news now for Manchester City, as Rodri is said to have returned to individual training. The development is going to serve as a boost. It's going to be boosting his chances of playing again this season after he suffered an ACL in September. Rodri was initially expected to be out for the entire season after picking up the injury of September 22. However, the Spaniard was seen back at City's training ground, being put through drills in the videos City posted on their social media with the captain on the road to recovery. The absence of Rodri, who won the 2024 Ballon d'Or, controversially, let's put it that way, has been heavy felt by Pep Guardiola's side. Without him, City are falling 20 points behind Premier League leaders Liverpool, and were knocked out of the Champions League by Real Madrid earlier this month. And Rodri, it was last month. Now, Rodri had previously said he's targeting a return in time to feature at the Club World Cup, which begins for City on June 18. Guardiola, though, has previously urged caution with the 28-year-old recovery. So right now, the man says he wants to play by all means necessary before the end of the season. We thought it was the end of the season for him, but he's seeing him in this training.
Yeah, good one is back in training, although it's going to take a couple of time for him to get back to match rhythm, and but it's good thing to see Rodri back training for Manchester City. He's a guy that he's been solely missed right there at Manchester City ever since he got that injury, and Manchester City hasn't really been the same again. They tried a lot of players in that position, Matej Kovacic, even their new guy Nico Gonzalez as well, but I mean they didn't really get the performance Rodri was putting in back then when he was playing for Manchester City. So it's a very good one for him. And I think he's going to be ready. Maybe in the last 5 matches till the end of the season, maybe he's going to come back and then be available for the FIFA Club World Cup. Okay, still talking about City, but this time it concerns Madrid more because the game actually happened between them and City. Now UEFA have fined Real Madrid after their fans were seen singing homophobic chants which were directed at Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola. The incident happened during Madrid's 3-1 win over City in the Champions League play-off second leg in February. UEFA has now confirmed that the Spanish champions have been fined
£30,000 and have now also been given a partial stadium closure, which has been suspended for 2 years. I don't know how we'll get this off our football because it's becoming something that is every time it's happening. All these stadium closure, fine and all that, are they really working to stem these homophobic attacks and all these issues in football?
Yes, maybe it's not enough. Maybe it's when we start, let's say, sending these teams out of the competition, or even banning the fans from not coming for let's say for 10 games. Maybe these fans will learn that
10 massive games.
10 massive games. You know, when it comes to sports, when football fans don't have the opportunity to start watching games live, you know how they tend to feel. We saw what happened during the COVID-19 era, where fans were not able to enter the stadium and all that. So I think we need to have a stringent punishment for these fans, for them to be able to learn to stop chanting this homophobic chants again. So I think for Real Madrid, they need to educate their fans, and going forward they need to learn from this. I loved what UEFA did, and going forward this will serve as a deterrent to other clubs or other club fans that are willing to do this.
All right, let's talk about Jose Mourinho now before we wrap things up this evening. Turkey Super League side Fenerbahce have filed a lawsuit against their rivals Galatasaray for an attack on the personal rights of manager Jose Mourinho. Of course, Galatasaray has accused Mourinho of making racist remarks following a goalless draw between both teams on Monday. And of course, they claimed he had used unequivocally inhumane rhetorics after he said the opposition bench jumping around him like monkeys. Now, Fenerbahce hit back, insisting the comments were deliberately taken entirely out of context and distorted in a misleading manner. Now, yesterday they decided to initiate legal action to recoup around £52,000 in damages. So Mourinho only joined Fenerbahce from Roma last year, and earlier in the season he was fined and suspended for a tirade against local match officials and the league. This man and controversy. When will controversy leave Mourinho?
You know, when you talk about controversies, the one thing that just comes to mind is Jose Mourinho. And this is a man that's all his career has been surrounded by controversies. And I think for Jose Mourinho, he needs to learn. Although he might want to say he's not a racist, and what he said does not connote racial meaning. But I mean, it's been in this game, in a football world, in a sports world, where you see a word, people can tend to explain it in different aspects. So I think for Jose Mourinho, he said they were jumping like monkeys, and if you look at the bench of Galatasaray in that particular game, they only had I think 3 to 4 black players. So I think he didn't actually mention names. It's not as if he made mention of a particular player that you are jumping like a monkey. He was just trying to qualify them. Let's say simile, just trying to qualify them. But I think there's a battle between Galatasaray and Fenerbahce, and when you say something like this, and they will tend to read meanings to it, and that's one major reason why he's being fined. And I also feel another reason why he's being fined is because of that comment he made to that fourth official, saying if a Turkish referee has been in charge of that game, it would have been a different story entirely. So maybe it's damaging the image of Turkish football.
He did that earlier in the season.
So I think that's one of the major reasons why the Turkish Federation are even finding Jose Mourinho presently, because it's as if he's trying to downplay their
demarket their officials and the league.
And the league as well. So for Jose Mourinho, needs to learn. Maybe that's one of the major reasons why he's famous, because when you talk about controversies, people even when he's out of job, he talks a whole lot, and it's getting old. I mean, I know young managers are coming in, and you don't want to see them seeing this kind of attitude from you. So for Jose Mourinho, he needs to learn. Galatasaray has Fenerbahce has also filed a lawsuit to Fenerbahce. So we wait to see what will actually pan out between both clubs.
Yeah, we wait to see what will happen between these clubs. Let's wrap things up this beautiful day with this important debate that is going on right now. It's springing up little by little, and it's about Mo Salah. I mean, Jamie Carragher, with what he said about AFCON and all that, about the dash that he has said, now the debate has been going on right now gradually, and little by little the debates are on that can Mo Salah win the Ballon d'Or? Because one of the things he said, even if Mo Salah wins AFCON, he won't be able to win the Ballon d'Or. Now, looking at the man who happens to be the best right now, I mean, in Europe, nobody comes close. 25 goals and 17 assists in 28 matches across all competition. His turning form has Liverpool 13 points clear at the top of the Premier League, on the verge of clinching a record equaling 20th title. Of course, yet you are saying this man cannot win it. This has inevitably seen Salah's come top the Ballon d'Or conversations right now. Who comes close?
I think it's too early. For me, it's too early at this stage of the season to start discussing about Ballon d'Or winner. For Mo Salah, even the AFCON, I don't think it will be part of the criteria to win the Ballon d'Or, because the AFCON is coming up in December, and before that, the Ballon d'Or award would have taken place.
It has never even been part of the Ballon, because if it was, a certain George Oponwe won the Ballon d'Or even without playing at the AFCON.
So I think for Mo Salah, he's doing fantastically well. You have other players that are doing well. Apart from even Mo Salah, we have Rafinha, right there. Look at what he's doing with Barcelona as well. Kylian Mbappe as well. So I think he's going to go down the wire. It's all about who, if you can win your league, and then the Champions League will be a big factor that will determine who will win the what's it called, the Ballon d'Or. And I think Salah is at a disadvantage now. How do I mean? The FIFA Club World Cup is coming. Kylian Mbappe and Real Madrid are playing at the FIFA Club World Cup. Now, if they tend to win that FIFA Club World Cup, it will overshadow whatever thing Mo Salah has even done in the Premier League. So I think it's too early. The Club World Cup competition is there. The Champions League is still there.
Let me also remind you one thing. You know, it's now becoming like more or less a competition between the FIFA Club, the Ballon d'Or now, and the FIFA Award.
And the FIFA Award.
Because Ballon d'Or might want to say, okay, last year you guys made a statement that your own is the authentic award. Now we will give it to Salah so that we can shine in Africa and reign in Africa, then give it to whoever you like in your award. You know, they're beginning to make it political.
There's politics, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that was one of the major reasons why I said it's still early. It's too early, rather. It's too early to start discussing about Ballon d'Or. And you know what happened with Vini last season, and everyone was talking about being robbed and all that. So me, I don't think it was robbed.
Okay.
I think for Rodri as well, it deserved the Ballon d'Or. If they give it to Vini as well, it deserved the Ballon d'Or as well. So for Mo Salah, it needs to continue to do whatever he's doing right now, and help Liverpool. The Champions League, as I said earlier, the Champions League will be a very big factor. Imagine Liverpool losing to PSG in the round of 16. So everything about the Ballon d'Or is over.
Most definitely. Okay, let's wrap things up with that. Thank you so much for being part of the show.
Sorry, before we go, it's raining goals in Sunshine right now. It's Sunshine Stars 2, Kwara United 2.
Wow, that's a great one. That's a great one. Okay, we look through that, and of course, see.
It's even 3-2. Sunshine Stars are just scored.
Sunshine Stars they are
leading. You know, I said it. They are going to win against Kwara because of the match ultimatum.
You said it.
They're going to win.
It's always like that when they give ultimatum and things start happening, and you ask yourself.
But one thing you just said, and it's still happening right now, is how did Sunshine Stars get to concede 2 goals?
Exactly. It's what I'm saying. You score and you still concede a big time. All right. Okay, so that's how you heard it right there. 3-2
for Sunshine Stars leading against Kwara United.
Exactly. And halftime is where we are right now. That's halftime score 3-2.
Yeah.
Okay. So and of course for the other game going on, right, Vallecano 0, Sevilla 0, and of course in the Bundesliga it is FC Honda 0, Borussia Mönchengladbach 3, and of course RB Leipzig 1, Mainz 05 2, St. Pauli 0, Borussia Dortmund 2, VfB Bochum 0, Hoffenheim 0, and Werder Bremen 0, Wolfsburg 2. In the the other league, talking about the Italian. There's no other. Okay, those are the games.
For Bournemouth.
Okay, yes, Bournemouth. Yes, in the game, it is 1-0.
Yeah, it's one. Their goal.
One of the game was
was chalked off, and for Atalanta they just split out the goalless draw against Venezia.
Atalanta, they have lost it too. Okay, let's wrap it. Thank you so much for being part of the show. Of course, for those of you listening to us and watching us on YouTube, for the on Facebook as well, we appreciate. God bless you. For David the Big Bami, thank you so much, and happy birthday in advance.
Yes.
On Monday is his birthday, so happy birthday from all of us in advance. We definitely celebrate this young man, David E. Big Bami. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you. My name is Pretty Adegoke. All right, I'll be back again on the next one, but don't forget tonight at 7 p.m. I'll definitely come back on the program Back in the Day, where we take you through the songs of yesteryear, right here on Melody 100.7 FM, the nature's finest. Let me go by right now, and the other side, we'll talk more. Keep it locked right here. Is Melody 100.7 FM. Good evening, and enjoy the rest of your day. Ramadan Mubarak.